Hello everyone, Watch Captain Kyrez here, and today we'll be taking a look at the previews shown to us last night by Games Workshop at Adepticon 2019. Games Workshop just wanted to throw this out there in the middle of the night where everybody's sleeping, so they couldn't get their hands on it right away. And many of us had to wait till after work to come home and finally make some videos to try to catch up with everything that they had coming out. And after the whole Shadow Spear hype that's up, I couldn't even tell you. There's so much hype coming out of this now. It is beyond words. Starting off, we have some Warhammer Age of Sigmar Forbidden Power, an expansion pack for that, including new spells. Basically, what it looks like. Some of the Nagash stuff, as we can look at here, a little close up. Some ancient pillory stuff. A rib cage coming out of the ground with some ghoulish flames on it. Two pillars looking like they're made out of some shade glass. And then we have the new Battle Tome that was announced for Age of Sigmar. The Fire Slayers. And these guys look pretty cool. They're like the naked little dwarves, and they have the gold put in them and stuff like that. That's like their god. Not 100% sure on their lore. But their spells look really cool. They have this is what a salamander is. Yeah, that's terrifying. One of my favorite pieces is this forge. Or maybe just a fireplace, who knows, they might just have this in their little home. But this is awesome. Probably try to get this one singular piece just to have as a terrain piece. Just because I am a fan of dwarves and anything like that, and this looks really cool. It'd be really good in D&D campaigns, etc., etc. They also go on to hint at a next thing that's coming is between trees and fungus or mushrooms. The Gloom Spike gets versus the I forgot what her name is, the Forest Queen or whatever. And then we have a new preview for the Warhammer Underworlds Night Vault. A new warband was shown off of that, and I've done a special video about them. Thunderx Profiteers. Very excited about that. Another warband coming out for Warcry, a game that was just announced at Las Vegas Open. Still not 100% sure what this game is. It looks cool. They're coming out with new models, so in reality, can't really complain that much. The new warband are the Iron Golems. They look pretty stout and pretty mean. A lot of hammers, a lot of blunt objects, obviously with Iron Golems in the name. And then this one giant man, or beast, I don't even know what you'd call him, doesn't seem to value his hands much. I don't know if his hands have been cut off, but he has these armaments put over where his hands should be. A nice meat cleaver, or not meat cleaver, like a pulverizer, and then just a big spiky ball. Overall, these guys look pretty cool. Would fit into a Khorne army pretty well. They also announced that they will be bringing out some plastic Furies. One of my people here in the local area was just painting up a bunch of metal ones, and they announced this last night, and he's kind of upset that he's already started on those guys and now they're coming out with plastic ones. Then they keep saying they're coming out with more and more. Here they hint at all the other ones that are going to be coming for the Warcry release, the next wave, I assume. Seems to be a lot. They're going full steam ahead with this game, so they're putting a lot of chips into it. Coming up for Warhammer 40k news, Apocalypse. They're coming out with a whole new box set for that. Probably going to get a lot of new rules coming to help us play these massive thousands and thousands of point games. Hopefully it doesn't change up too much. Maybe try to trim it down a little bit. They do say that you can play this like after school one day, which is not possible in my brain. I've known these games to go on for days. You have 10 on each side, you know, everybody brings 5,000 points. You're not finishing many rounds in a single day. Usually, whenever a game store does that, if you have enough space to even do that, it lasts for about a day or two. Mainly because you're just sitting around having a lot of fun. Everybody's moving a vast army, turn by turn. 40k is already as slow as it is. Takes a minute to get through it. But anyway, that should be fun. And then they go on to talk about the future of Warhammer 40,000. And after Vigilus has come out, Vigilus Ablaze comes out, rather. It says, starting later this year, we'll be exploring the myriad war zones across the 41st millennium. The battle for Vigilus was a pivotal one, but such is the dire state of the galaxy that it is just one of the war-torn planets on which the fate of the galaxy will be decided. So there you have it. War never ends. Close the book. But all joking aside, they go on to say that this Vigilus, what they're talking about, has brought Primus Calgar, the return of Abaddon, and a huge host of Chaos Space Marines. Thinking back, going to the Orktober that was supposed to be, yeah, Orcs got a huge amount of vehicles that they didn't previously have, but there were no real updates to their army, model-wise, or re-releasing of their models and updates like the Chaos got. And October, was hyped up to be this huge release coming for Orcs, and it feels like it was very let down. And I feel like Orcs are still due for that kind of treatment, and so are a few of the other armies out there. And I believe the Warhammer community is doing such a great job. They have embraced the whole 50 Shades meme of themselves with the gray models, and they're announcing something that'll help us paint up all our miniatures. I assume that they're going to come out with more of the colored plastic stuff. Maybe, just maybe, throwing it way out there, a cheaper line or a more expensive line of miniatures that are kind of pre-painted, similar to how D&D releases some of their models that are pre-painted. I don't know. It's just my guess at it. And then they show off some of the event exclusive models. We have the Lieutenant, the Primaris Lieutenant here, holding his helmet and a power sword, looking very Ultramarine-esque. And then we have a new Primaris, or not even a Primaris. It is just a standard Librarian in Terminator armor. Looking pretty cool. Big fan of the old guys. And then they do a community survey, going over all this stuff, and then it seems to be some kind of prize drawing for that. They're going to give you a whole new Sisters of Battle army, and they even state, yes, the new ones. Good for clarification there. Check that out if you're interested. I probably not going to enter that because so many people are. I feel like I've been talking forever. Even more releases continuing. Slaanesh has returned. The rumors of the Dark Prince's death have been greatly exaggerated. I thought about making a whole new video about these guys. I probably should have, because this one's going on really long, and I highly doubt you're still here. But if you are, thank you. A new Keeper of Secrets has been released. And wow, Slaanesh has got an upgrade. No more need for the countless boobs and excessive sex appeal coming off of all their models now. They're getting a huge revamp to make them politically correct, I guess, and more suitable for kids to look at and have in their stores. But wow, this model is pretty good. Pretty good. Very good sculpt, whoever made that. Props to you, sir, or ma'am. And a few of the other new models that they have here, you have this guy with a little tiny Asian looking girl coming off the back hitting a whip. These guys are going to be crazy. And don't forget, most of the demon stuff is also usable in Warhammer, not only just for Age of Sigmar. And then you have some of their new little spells down here at the bottom coming up, and their battle tome for Age of Sigmar, the Hedonites of Slaanesh. Yeah, overall, this is a huge release. Slaanesh has been gone from the scene for quite a while, and everybody kind of thought he was dead or locked away and never coming back. We all knew that Games Workshop was probably going to rework his line, just because if you go look at the old models, many of them have vast amounts of nudity and etc., etc. Maybe a little overstated for today's culture, I guess. But either way, new models are always good with their new technology and how they make those now. But anyways, folks, thank you for sticking with me this long. And do check out some of my other videos. And have a nice one.